What's up, you guys?
Welcome.
Welcome to another episode of Westward Signs. I'm Peter West. We got Larry and James here. This is episode 10, a very special episode. We're coming out of the Dragon and Rose studio with some awesome quality recording today.
An actual studio.
This is what my voice sounds
Actual
like, guys.
mic.
This is what it's supposed to sound like, not...
So beautiful.
For the most part, we've been doing it off my phone, very ghetto status.
Yeah.
We're coming here to have Dragon and Rose. We got Jeffrey Cabana.
How you doing?
And we got, I know Klein, Mr.
Tommy.
Tom Klein. You don't look like a Tom, dude. You're like a Jeff, too. So you're sound...
So he's wearing off on me.
Yeah. So you're a sound engineer, Jeff. Let's see. You're a sound engineer. You're a venue owner. Dragon and Rose is also a venue. You're a bassist for a couple of groovy bands, and you're the drummer of Nova Rush.
Yes, I am.
We've had Isla on the podcast. She was very nice to us.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, I was
Played,
a great band leader.
She was cool about playing a card game with us.
Oh yeah, she did
Played
play
a
some
card
random
game
card
together.
game with us.
Really?
I was like, let's
Yeah.
try out this game.
When Larry was gone and stuff. Yeah, tell us about the journey from Massachusetts, from over here to Roswell.
I moved down here in January of 2013. Me and a good friend of mine, we just wanted something different. Wanted to get away from the snow, the rain, the cold. Go to a smaller town. It was kind of a big city, so we decided on New Mexico. We drove cross country. I packed up the car and drove cross country. And when we got to New Mexico, about 3 a.m., we pulled over at a gas station, went to McDonald's, and stole some Wi-Fi and decided, let's try Roswell out.
Yeah.
So we came to Roswell, and I liked it here.
Did you hear Roswell before that, or?
Of course.
Really? Do people know of it? Like,
Oh yeah,
Don't really talk about it,
it's just as associated with aliens as UFOs at this point.
yeah.
You think aliens, you think Area 51, Roswell.
Yeah.
You
A lot
know.
of people think Area 51 is around
Yeah,
here.
I've gotten a lot of that.
And you're like, no.
Yeah, you have to
It's
explain
not-
that.
I just agree with them rather than try and teach them a lesson.
We got some secret stuff here.
Yeah.
Don't get it wrong.
Every time I tell someone I'm in Roswell, from back home, they're like, you see any aliens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna probe
Every
you?
day.
Like, shut up.
Right?
Like, no, I haven't seen it. I've seen some illegal aliens, and that's
Yeah.
They're illegal.
Yeah. That means something different.
But if they came from another planet, wouldn't they still be illegal?
What were your expectations of it, like, before you got here? Like,
I thought the tourism industry would be bigger than it is. I kind of figured it was a tourist town.
Yeah.
I thought this town would have more going on culturally than it does for a town that's known worldwide.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I've met people at our yearly UFO festival that are from, Europe and Australia and all over the world, and they come here.
This place sucks.
And
We had
it's a day
India,
stop.
and that's
It
where it
really
really kicked
doesn't.
off. Right
Right.
around the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
That's when it really kicked off.
Roswell is a day stop.
47, I remember.
it doesn't
but
take advantage of
People
the
can
fact
come
that it
here
has
and
that recognition.
Visit
Yeah.
the whole alien and downtown thing in about 4 hours and go home.
But
Like, there's
don't-
nothing to do after that. There's nowhere to
Yeah,
see
like
live
other
music there's a couple places, but
Sometimes they do fireworks.
who
but-
cares?
Yeah, like James, like sometimes we do fireworks.
Fireworks.
Sometimes you go in the back and
What
with
do
a
you
gun and
expect
shoot
from
at my
us?
car.
Basically, there's
I got
not
an old
much
car back
nightlife.
there.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
nightlife. There's not much for culture here.
Nightlife is more about going to the bar and getting drunk rather than
Yeah.
going and watching a band or.
Yeah, and
It
the
seems
bands
a
you
lot
can
more
see
of
are
that.
usually cover bands.
And
I'm not saying it's not, but it's.
It's weird though, because a lot of people you meet from Roswell aren't from here. They moved here from here. Their family moved here, or if anything, they went to Job Corps and then they kind of got stuck here.
They got
and then
stuck in the vortex.
Yeah, the black
Except-
hole we were saying earlier.
Yep.
Me and Larry, we're natural born Roswellians.
Roswellians.
Born here. I partially moved away, but
I love
raised
to
here
hate this
mostly.
town too
Now, are
much to
you
leave it.
Roswellians or are you
I like it here.
Roswellites?
Roswellites?
That's a tricky
Yeah, I
one.
like that
I
one.
always thought Roswellians, but it gives that alien.
Yeah, I like
twist to
that.
it,
Well,
so-
that's why it
Roswellian.
works for me.
instead of Roswellites.
I
that's-
always invoke.
We're not really a
Reading
big
it
city.
well.
It wouldn't be a night.
That's funny.
Yeah. Isn't that for
But I like it here so
I don't
far.
know.
I mean, it's a mellow
That's what I
town.
thought it was.
Oh, I don't know.
Metro has like a different.
And I've been working hard to help the music scene here.
Yeah,
Since day one.
yeah, you do some good stuff, man. The Nova Rush City, we talked about it how good it sounded and stuff. Like
Thank
I
you.
really like it, dude.
Thank you.
I've heard it a few times. I had it on my PlayStation. I would have it playing in the
Nice.
background while I'm doing
yeah,
stuff.
it's impressive, man.
That was recorded. The rhythm was recorded live. All at the same time, and then we just overdubbed vocals and
Did the vocals
like
over?
that's like the old days. They do it in a good room,
Yeah.
and they would just record the band and then record the vocals. And
Yeah.
dude, I mean, it works.
Yeah.
It sounds great.
Yeah, to me, that's like
And you
it's-
get a
it
good,
sounds basic, but that is exactly what
You
sounds.
get a good vibe when you play together too. I mean, yeah, there's musicians out there that are extremely talented. They can get closed up in a booth and play that song perfect, to just
Right.
a click.
And then you
You know?
separate them.
And then they're all separate. But when we're talking about groove and we're talking about
It
just
doesn't work,
feeling, it
yeah.
doesn't work like that. Like when you like the music I play with Nova Rush, it's it's not metal. It's more rock and kind of. It's
Yeah.
got a groove to
Groove
it.
to it,
yeah.
So it's nice for us to be in the same room and feed on each other and
Yeah.
be able to
Well,
give each
that-
other little signals because as a band you want to signal
Yeah,
each
you
other
always
for
wanna do-
changes and
You don't want to do a separate song.
yeah,
Separate recording.
yeah, and I try to create a good groove. I mean, I can record the other way, one at a time, track by track, and I have done a few albums that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like they lack the
feel.
feel,
Yeah.
the feel of a live
So if
recording.
you have the equipment, you got to do it all together.
Right. And I mean, people talk about, oh, well, there's bleed. Yeah, there's bleed, but you know what? Bleed is not always a bad thing. Sometimes it adds to the
Yeah.
element.
Yeah, wouldn't
I
it?
like the.
It's not like it's out of where
What
it's
is
supposed to
bleed?
be.
And
With
if
the
you
word-
set up from the beginning knowing there's going to be bleed, like from microphone to board,
Yeah.
you do it in a way so that it's actually helping the music,
helping
it's
it,
accenting
yeah.
it, it's not
Yeah, like-
detriment.
I like that rawness to it, though. You
Well,
know?
what is
Yeah.
what is that? What is bleed? What is it?
Bleed is when, say you have a drummer and a guitarist playing in the same room, you're hearing drums in the guitar microphone and you're hearing guitar in the drum microphone. One instrument is bleeding into another instrument's microphone.
I see.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of people say it sounds messy and stuff like that, but you know what? All your favorite songs, recorded before 2001 were done that way.
Yeah.
Basically, all the
I
bands
don't
we
see
grew
how
up
it could
loving were
hurt
done that
hurt
way.
it too much. It's even though it's bleeding into the other microphone, it's not like you're playing a different. It's not like it would sound different. I mean,
Right,
It's still
right.
playing the song.
The biggest issue is controlling the bass because bass is a very thick, frequency level,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess that
And
would
it's
be-
just a little bit of separation. So we use smaller amps for the bass player.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
stuff
You can
like
fix
that.
stuff like that.
Right.
It's small fixes. You
Knowing
don't have to
your
separate
frequency
everybody.
control. Yeah, and mixing is mostly about compressing slightly. You don't always compress.
I bet some like
EQ and panning.
Yeah.
That's it. Every instrument is separated by its frequency and its position in space. Like when I think about like panning and mixing, I think about what a band looks like live. The drummer's always in the middle, but
Right.
slightly spread out.
Uh-huh.
You got your bassist on the left, your guitarist on the right, your singer's dead middle, coming right at you. So
Yeah.
you want to simulate that, in people's ears. So
In
when
your
you're
ears,
listening to it, it's it's forming an image.
So they feel like they're
Yeah.
standing
And I like
right in front of
that's
it.
what a lot of engineer does is creating emotion, creating feeling with the music. You take a good song or an okay song and you just give it that little bit of extra, man. Just
yeah, and you could hear it too. You could,
Yeah.
If you really know, you could listen to it and you could feel it. It's different than just listening to something that's recorded different.
Like
right.
as a musician, you really are only a bunch of influences. You are what you listen to. As
Right.
a musician, you really are just compressed of a little bit of this, a little bit of this,
All
and
of
like,
your
oh, I love it.
experiences.
Yeah.
And when you get the musical chills from something, just like fans like that, when you get that from
Yeah.
everybody,
And your hair stands up on your.
What would you say you're made of? Like clumps of this and this.
Big part Primus. I'm a giant Primus fan.
I love Primus.
And that's as far as bass, guitar, and drums. I'm a Primus fan.
Cosmic Purple Carrot, you said the same thing, the bassist.
Yeah. Me and Seth clicked real quick about
You're
that
like,
one.
oh, Primus, man.
Primus, dude. Les Claypool's a talented guy.
Yeah, that's huge.
I'm huge on
No doubt.
Tool.
Cool.
Tool is probably my second
Tool is
favorite band. I
awesome.
mean, they're incredibly talented.
Yeah.
Love
I have
Beck.
that shirt.
I love
with the
Beck.
tail on it.
Beck is
With the
awesome.
red.
Beck is real
Rage Against
creative.
the Machine.
I don't
Nirvana,
even- I
of
don't even
course.
think I got in trouble
Nirvana, yeah,
with
Nirvana had a
for it.
big influence on everybody in the 90s.
Yeah, the first band I ever played in was a Nirvana
Or
tribute.
Nirvana cover. Yeah.
A lot of those bands that you said have a feel to it. I feel like a lot of bands kind of lose that, When you listen to them, they put you in a place, they
Yeah.
have their own feel, especially Tool. like they have this weird tone, like it's so ominous.
Draws
Yeah.
in this whole other
Yes,
world.
Yeah.
it's so fucking weird. Like a lot of bands don't do that anymore.
I think
You know who did do it? Angst.
Yeah.
You know, I fucking my girlfriend, dude. She's like, I fucking love Angst. I love the drummer. You know.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that too. They had the feeling to it. Like they gave me it was emotion
Yeah.
and sound. You know.
I actually
Like,
he
I thought that was
had
cool.
left one of his guitars here, and he stopped by to get it the other day, and I asked him, so did you have fun playing that show? He goes, you kidding me? It's been a dream since I first started playing guitar to stage dive, and I did it that night. I'd forgotten about that he did that. He threw his guitar off and stage dove and shit, and like little crowd surf back to the stage. I was like, fuck yeah, rock star status, baby.
I was telling Paul, did you fucking catch him?
You know? Yeah, man, and he was like, it was like a dream come true, and dude, I love those words, man.
Yeah,
do.
if somebody can say that their dreams come
I
true
helped
in your
make-
fucking studio.
I helped make your dreams come true, man.
Yeah.
You can't get much better than that.
No.
You guys are helping our dream come true.
Yeah,
Both of our
actually,
dreams,
right
because
here.
Yeah, with their high
the
quality. man.
podcast and their band is.
Well, I believe in what you guys are doing. You know, I think what you guys are doing is going to go a long
And
way
what
and
is
help
the name of your
Roswell.
band again?
Marionette.
He's
Marionette.
He's Marionette.
No,
He dressed up in drag and.
I like the Facebook meme you made,
Sing
Larry and
pop
I was
Put
sort of
Larry's face
picking
on
that up
everybody. That was
about
good.
I'm just kidding. We really don't do
They're like
that.
a boy band.
Check it out though. I saw this band actually. Okay, so there was in Albuquerque. Check it out. I got stranded there to my next bus from Albuquerque to Roswell. It's gonna be like 6 hours or something. So I needed to kill like a bunch of time. There's a free show in Albuquerque that I found out about that, and they were called. The band was called like I forgot what they were called. They named it after the bassist, Shapiro, I think. They're called
Nice.
Shapiro. And then they were all fucking awesome. They put in a house show, and one of the bands we actually ended up playing with them in Carlsbad. Remember I told you I was like, oh dude, this band I saw them a long time ago. Anyway, it all came back. But I was talking to Shapiro, the bass player, and then I was having a conversation with him, and he, no shit, had a band where he dressed in drag, you know?
Really?
It was a side project. He's like, I love it, man. Yeah, lipstick and everything. Wow. Is that still a thing, man? He's like, yeah, man, I love it. It's fucking.
I've never gone that far. Never gone that far.
Yeah,
I usually
I like-
just try to dress well, or I dress to fit the music.
Seriously,
I like the
my-
hair bands.
Hair bands out there from
I
the
think
80s.
people who are
Yeah,
afraid
that's-
to do
that's
people who are
about
afraid to
as
do
far
stuff
as
like
you
that
can
are
go.
just insecure with their
The glam
sexuality.
band.
You know?
Well, yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah,
To
it's
me,
not
it's
that I'm
just,
afraid to do it. I just
I did. I'm
Yeah.
straight, you know. Like I know that. I don't give a fuck if
it was just
yeah,
never an
everything's
interest
okay or
to
something.
do anything crazy like that when I play.
Like
Like I used to
Kurt
smash
Cobain?
instruments and shit.
Yeah, Kurt Cobain used to wear a dress. And
Yeah.
He would wear a
Yeah.
dress.
And,
Yeah, I
and then he
remember
smashes
that.
instruments and dress.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh man.
Get all mad.
and he ripped his fucking.
We're thinking the only one of us that would like really down to like be that crazy to put something on is probably Mikey. Mikey, that'd be Mikey.
Mikey will do it. Get Mikey. I bet Mikey will do
I
it.
had a plan one time of having us dressed like grooms and Mikey dressed like a bride. And I
Nice.
thought that would be fucking funny.
Well, that's the type of stuff you got to do to get noticed, man.
Angst, do you know Angst? Did you hear about the blood thing?
No.
Well, they had a Union Center show where they asked them like, can we use blood in our show? And then I guess Bobby was like, sure. And then he did it, and it was like real blood, and he's like, and then Basil, he fucking got it everywhere, and then he got all mad.
You shouldn't even
Like,
let him do that.
Yeah,
He's not throwing blood in my
Somebody's
place.
gonna do that.
No.
Of course, somebody's going to grab it and do something like
Yeah,
that.
I'm not going to allow blood.
Yeah, if they mentioned it,
Trust
some
me,
people
they're gonna-
from there
they're
that's what they do.
Well,
Especially not real
I was like,
blood.
dude, they're gonna
it's like
get
if
so
they're
much.
a big name and they're in their own special concert, fine. You're a big name. You earned it.
It's
Yeah.
your show,
Yeah,
man.
you earned
do
it.
whatever.
You're making the big bucks.
Yeah, if
you
you're
can
going
clean
to
it
bring
up.
us $1 million,
Yeah, exactly. If you can,
Then
you got
that's
guys
fine.
to clean it up.
Right.
So
you know.
Yeah, if 90% of the ticket sales are yours, you can
We do put a limit on it that there's no
We're-
human blood.
We might take them to Albuquerque.
They're like, nah, dude, don't worry
Yeah.
about it. We
Yeah.
own a cleaning van. That's what we do on the side.
Yeah.
We'll just clean it all up.
Well, let me know when you guys play out there, because I've been, because of the work I have to do here, I don't have as much time to promote Nova Rush, and that's more Isla's thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get her to get more shows for us. Some of
Yeah,
these
dude, for
festivals
sure,
this
man.
year.
We'll throw it out there, man.
Yeah.
Coffee shop.
We're not
Well,
quite the same genre as you guys, but I think
Yeah.
it'd work.
our guest
We
can
played
look back
quite a
to
few
our
shows
old
with them.
episode. Isn't this the one we already
Don't
interviewed?
forget to
Yeah.
send family
Yeah.
and
So what
friends to
episode
Dragon
was
and
that?
Rose.
They can go back to that and catch her
It's
interview
a little
and
bit of Nova Rush.
find out a little
Yeah,
more
man,
about
for
her.
sure. That's gonna be sick though.
Yeah, I mean, you can just do it.